everyone, welcome to another brand new episode of Topic
Thunder.
Here on the Outlaw. Here on the Top 10 show. Sorry about that, Matt. Been doing
You
so
son
many
of a
of this.
bitch.
I know, I apologize. Here on Dropping Dimes. There, that way it's equal. Love that chair behind you. I don't know what's going on there, but I love it. I love the design.
There you go. It's not. It's part of a.
Okay. I thought that was the back of your chair.
No. It hangs on the wall. We're taking it down. So I've done a shitload of painting, and now I'm moving on to the next set of shitload of painting.
Oh,
so,
wow, man.
That just came off the wall. Yeah, I've got to make a little wooden scaffolding so I can do my extension ladder to go up. It's this small little hallway,
Right.
but it shoots up like 10, 12, 14 feet.
Wow.
For a 4-foot section. Well, then it comes down. It's just
Right.
the pitch of the roof type of thing. And that's where they fucking built it. So it's like, and it's so hot in the top of the house.
Right on. I know. Today is thank God we have one air conditioner in this house, or else I'd be going insane, man. Because as much time as I spend here now with all the stuff on the channel, everything else I'm doing, I gotta sit in that living room and
yeah. What
go ahead.
What shirt are you wearing? That looks thick as fuck.
Oh, this is just like a thin, like a workout shirt, because I haven't showered. I apologize to everybody. This is John Roca unshowered, no product in the hair. This is just me and my life, man.
I don't buy that. That hair is sticking up, and it's got a sheen to it that is.
No way.
If that's your natural sheen, I don't think you need product, man.
It is actually. Today was just one of those days, man. I mean, I think with everything that's going on as we're recording this, I just kind of didn't feel like it, and I spent the morning doing a game time episode where I was just talking with the fans about everything that's going down. I don't want to get too much into it, my man, but it's just, just kind of everything's going out in the world, man. Just kind of getting to me as a kind of more sensitive guy, and it just kind of riding the waves of it all. And so I'm glad we're doing this, though. I wasn't sure if I could do this, but I'm actually kind of in the right frame of mind to do it. So I'm cool with doing this.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point where this newest one that you're talking about, it just kind of washes over me at this point.
Yeah.
It's this year easily the shittiest year I've been alive.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, the fact is, and the thing is, Matt, it's still only fucking August. We still got 4 more goddamn months of this shit. Who knows what's gonna end an election? Who knows what is coming for us in this country in the next 4 months, man?
And it sucks. And this isn't even the worst year in human history. You know what I mean? Like, this is a shitty year. We're not enjoying it. There are others that have had it worse. Like way.
Have you done research on this? I know you're a big historical guy.
I just think about it.
Years. All right.
Pick a terrible year and put yourself in that country. Whatever cataclysmic event happened.
Well, that's fair.
And just like, wow, I had to sit inside a lot, and people are really angry with one another.
Was the internet still working? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you able to watch your shows? Yeah.
Were we complaining about our air conditioning? Yes. Yes. Like, still not that bad, but it sucks. It's not. This is not fun.
No, it isn't. And the stuff that's happening out there is not funny.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But we offer you a respite. That's what we've been doing for you all here on the Top 10. So,
and it is for the two of us. I don't think about, by and large.
That's actually a very fair point. Yeah.
Yeah. And unless someone like Chris Lemke on the last Topic of Thunder brings in the Debbie Downer bullshit, it's like, all right, man. Well, hey, there's the real world again. I haven't been slapped in the face in 10 minutes. Thank you. There's nothing wrong. We should, it's fine. We do talk about it every once and again, but I try and just like leave it at the door because people are listening to us as escape, and I want to escape as well because I'm just going to go right back to that bullshit as soon as we stop recording. That's
a fair point. Actually, a very, very fair point.
Yeah.
So you guys know what the show is. It's you patrons sending us in topics, sending us in questions for us to talk about. And we've got a lot, Matt. Our coffers have been overflowing lately as more and more of our patrons have been sending us stuff in. And we've made the video and the audio available for everybody. So if you've been thinking about becoming a patron, I hope these Topic Thunders are kind of talking you into it. And if Topic Thunder isn't, I hope Golden Ticket is talking you into it. We're about to finish our first month of shows, and we're about to record our next month of shows. And I think that's one of the greatest accomplishments we've done on the Top 10. That show is just a lot of fun to do, and the fans have been really enjoying it, and like they love us shouting them out, all of that stuff. So I'm excited to jump and do some more of those later on today.
Yeah, we try and provide a lot of bang for the buck and change up the experience so it's not just the same old stuff for you and for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and who knows down the line? Like this is the 4th or 5th extra show that we've come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what we'll do next? I don't know. It's fucking crazy around here.
True. Very good point.
This is a show for the patron. So if you are a patron, it's a $5 and up. You can send in a question when you go to patreon.com/the top 10 with the number 10. And whatever you want us to talk about, you send in. We talk about it. I believe you started last time.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, man. Take it.
So I will start this time. And thank you to everybody that sends in questions in advance. This is from CJ Clark or Chuck. It says, hello, Matt and John. With the NBA back, one of the greatest debates is who is the most clutch. So here's a head scratcher in that department. With the game on the line for your team, who would you rather be on the line, Shaq or DeAndre Jordan?
Wow.
Now, he's listed Shaq as a 52.7% career, I'm assuming, free throw shooter, and DeAndre Jordan, 47.4% career free throw shooter. As always, have a great day. Wow. And hope everyone is staying safe. Chaz. I'm giving you a third name, Chuck. Chaz.
Oh, man. I have to go with Shaq. I mean, I have to because Shaq has a way of showing up for the moment. And I think I don't think DeAndre's ever won a title. So to me, he doesn't strike me as he had like 2 or 3 really good years. At like Dwight Howard years for about 2 or 3 years, and then has receded just as quickly back into irrelevancy. And so I trust Shaq to step up because you're saying if the game is on the line, I trust Shaq because he's seen many of these big moments and stepped up in those big moments. So I trust his experience and his track record.
It's that's a great point. I think so. DeAndre over the last 4 years is actually a good free throw shooter now. Him, like Andre Drummond, it just kind of flipped the switch, especially for DeAndre. So it's been like 4 solid years. I think over those 4 years, he's averaged somewhere between a 70 or 72% from the line.
Pretty incredible.
That for a big man that couldn't shoot for shit before. Yeah. So that's what's dragging his average down, although he's had a fairly long career. But you're right. In a high leverage moment, Shaq's been there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to go against it. If we're just saying a regular season game where it's like, it's game 27 of an 82 game series, I'll take DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah.
Or season rather. But if it's game 6 and they need these to either win it or extend the series, obviously, I guess Shaq's been in those high, those very specific moments, and who knows if DeAndre can do it. That's the same, I guess, problem I have with certain teams that are left in the playoffs. Like you have a collection of very interesting talent, but I've never seen any of them step up in these huge moments. So until I see that, I'm not betting against you, but it's hard for me to see you winning this right now.
Yeah. Right now, are the Lakers your odds on or the Clippers? Who's your odds on right now?
I still think it's the Clippers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I still think it's the Clippers. They just have the depth. Pat Bev still isn't back, although even when he comes back, he's going to have to get himself into somewhat more game shape. Like it took Montrezl Harrell a couple games, but their depth, although they're easily turning into the biggest assholes of the bubble. So,
I mean, they might be they just spanked Dallas. And of course the games are, as we're recording this, the games are postponed till this weekend, but there's a distinct possibility Dallas comes back and spanks the Clippers. And now we got ourselves a game 7. And now,
it gives Kristaps and Luka time to rest.
Yes.
And, Marcus Morris, your little, was that intentional or not? Looked pretty fucking intentional to me.
That looked intentional to me, man.
It doesn't hurt as much because there's at least another 24 hours rest before he's got to play on it again.
Right.
Yeah, that was a bullshit fucking play.
Of course it was.
The people that defend like the Zaza under Kawhi to me is more believable because he wasn't genuinely looking. Now, he should have sensed that he was closer, but his back was pretty much turned, if memory serves.
Right.
And Marcus Morris is running towards him, and his, my buddy John on Dimes this week was like, well, it's late in the game. Maybe he was tired and he loses the coordination. I'm like, this dude is a 10-year NBA vet.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose coordination in those moments because he is a pinnacle athlete. Now, he's not a superstar, but he is a professional in that sport's highest league for 10 years and a coveted pickup. He did not lose his coordination. I'm sorry. This is not some fucking rook in preseason that is just like, oh, yeah, I'm really fast and I haven't gotten used to my long limbs yet because I'm 18 years old and 6 months.
It's like Draymond and his weird movements when he shoots to try to get those fouls. And you're just like, no, No, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
So please don't waste our time with that crap. So,
Whereas the Gobert, or not Gobert, but who was it? The Whiteside to AD elbow.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was a foul. Do I think that was a flagrant run? I don't know, but I agree with. I can't remember who was announcing, and they're like, you know what? For a big man coming through, like that's kind of where it would be anyway. It did hit his chin, so it is a foul, but it's not like he went out of his way to attack his head and be like, that I will buy.
Yeah.
Marcus Morris lunging at the very last second to clip somebody accidentally. I'm not buying that bullshit.
Especially with how much they were up at the time.
Yes.
Right?
But Luka
seems so unnecessary.
But Luka rubbed all their noses in shit the game before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With 43 points, 17 boards, like just a ridiculous stat line for a 21-year-old.
Right. And their boy Montrezl Harrell got in trouble for saying punk ass. Well, what do you say?
The previous
punk ass white boy, whatever he said.
Yeah.
Which I'm just like, come on. No, it's totally. Because the thing is, when you look at it, he's looking right at him as he steps on it, and then immediately does the flop. So there's no way he was like, I lost control. Or whatever.
Yeah, he's running towards the baseline to get the inbounds, and Marcus Morris is running after him. Now you could say he's scrambling to, give pressure on the balls. It's inbounded, sure. But that last little lunge of the foot doesn't look like he's trying to carry the momentum of that action.
Yeah, no.
Which further adds evidence. Is it all speculative? Yes. Would I win in court? Not on that. Maybe on a civil case.
Civil case, I think you might get the money.
But civil, I might be able to get the money. And that's right. If anyone wants to have a class action lawsuit against Marcus Morris. Ben Simmons, you got kneed in the head. That preseason game against the Bullets where he knocked, Johnson on the head with the ball when he's on the Knicks.
Yep.
He's got a few of these. Didn't he throw down Davis Bertans?
Yep. He's got a few of these, man. He's an angry player.
I still forget that.
He's an angry player, man.
He is. But good question, Charles.
Yep. Thank you, Charles. Our next one's from Chris Lemke. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Chris Lemke says, loving the golden ticket so far, guys. Thanks for continuing to find cool ways for us to feel included in the top 10 brand. Oh, thank you. As someone who created a streaming game show myself a few years ago, oh, my God. I love a good game. What game shows or board games have stood out to you or that you really loved? My question is in the form of a question. Hashtag Lemke. All right. He managed to kiss his own ass in the second sentence, but then asked us a legitimate question. Said, what game shows or board games have stood out to you or that you really loved? Matt.
Board games. So the board games as a kid. Did you ever play Fireball Island?
No. What was that?
It was a weird little game. It was a molded piece of like fiberglassy plastic stuff. Okay. And it was, so you're on an island and it goes around the perimeter. And as it gets closer, you get closer to the top of the volcano.
Yeah.
And it's got this little fireball marble that spits out and can roll down through and take you out. And it pushes you back like so far on the game and whatnot. It was super fun. But like once you lost one piece, there's no replicating it anymore because they were all very, very specific to it. I remember that.
Yeah.
Stratego,
I do remember. Yes.
I didn't play Risk until I was an adult, but me and my friends meet up every once and again and play Risk.
Risk gets annoying because it's so fucking long, dude. It's not my jam.
It can be.
That's why I don't play D&D. Like all the adult kids getting together now playing D&D. It's not for me. I'm good. You guys go on ahead and have your little campaigns. I'm going to watch TV. I'm cool. But I respect the Risk thing because, like, if you have a real interest in historic history and interest in war, military history stuff, then it's fun, right?
Sure.
You understand it's a campaign. It's going to be a long thing.
Sometimes.
Unless someone's really fucking it up.
Yeah. I played a game once that was 7 hours, and eventually we just agreed
7 hours, Nost.
Well, it was also... So we'd show up to the store and then go and set up either in the phones room or the main room on the stage. And we would just play 2 or 3 games, get high all day. Some guys would drink and we just sit there and play like on a day we had nothing to do on a Sunday or something. Yeah. Just like, let's just sit around and play Risk all day. So it was our second or third game. And I was doing a spot later that night. So we just continued playing until I had to go perform. And once I did, I was like, let's just call this one a draw.
Let's just split up the earth and move on.
We're going to go back and forth and back and forth. We're evenly matched. We both play roughly the same strategy on this game. Yeah. Or at least in this iteration, you know, you got to take different. You can't be predictable.
Right.
Sometimes you got to shoot the moon. Sometimes you got to sit back and build up your armies. Do you want to hold on to Australia? I don't know. The thing about that is then the next country you can take over a continent is China or all of Asia type of thing. And it's really tough to hold that. There's a lot of fronts on that. Personally, I like South America because then you can bleed into either Africa or North America, but North America is my preferred. And then you only have four access points, and you can just build up armies. It's great.
I like South America too.
Well, what about you?
I mean, I don't really play. I mean, I didn't play many board games besides Monopoly. I mean, I love Trivial Pursuit because I love the challenge of knowledge.
Yep.
And how much it's almost the game's an education because you're bound to get a question you don't know, and it's a way to get educated and to kind of remember that fact for your own self going forward. I remember when I first started studying for the Schmodown, the first thing I did was pull out my old Trivial Pursuit boxes and just start answering all those entertainment questions if they were movie related. It was a great way to kind of get my mind seeing where I'm at a base level of that kind of stuff. So I enjoy that.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite iteration of Trivial Pursuit?
Like iteration.
Well, they have pop culture of the 80s, Star Wars. Do you because I like the
never went that
version.
deep. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, but it just now the questions are some of them are really old. You know what I mean?
Right.
When it gets into some of the obscure pop culture, it wasn't obscure then, but now it's like, oh yeah, fuck, because there wasn't as much popular culture. We've had how many years would you say? 30 years since those first questions were written?
Oh, at least. Yeah.
But do you have a favorite? Is my question.
I've never played a different iteration. I have a Lord of the Rings one somewhere that I never opened. Someone gave me as a birthday present years ago.
For a guy that loves Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, right. I was like, you clearly don't know who I am, but thanks for the present.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to trade it in to Ben Goddard because he's going to help me like figure out Twitch. So that's my payment. I'll just give him that, and he can help me figure out Twitch and whatever. Since it's been sitting on the shelf anyway as decoration, so I'm never going to play it. But if there was a full-on film version, like film questions, film trivia, blah blah blah, I think that would probably be my favorite iteration if there's one that exists, or a sports trivia one. Either one.
Just depends because once you get into certain sports, like I know the sport, but I don't know the history. Like I can tell you how the game is played and whatnot, but I know some players throughout, but like hockey, I know the big guys. I know how the game is played. I know what icing is and everything like that. I've watched enough of it, but I couldn't tell you who the all-time assist leader is or who's in the discussion of top 10. Like Gretzky, obviously. After that, I don't know. I'm just pulling names out of a hat at that point.
It's Lemieux, Crosby, Brett Hull.
Sure. What's his name? That was Lemieux's teammate forever.
Malkin? Evgeny Malkin? Or are you talking Jaromir Jagr? Are you talking
Jaromir Jagr? Yeah. I was going to say the guy that some girl tweeted out a picture of the two of them in bed like 3 years ago.
Jagr.
And Jagger's like, I don't care.
That idiot.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. You could even argue Scott Stevens could be an argument as a great defender. But yeah, you could
definitely. I never even heard that name.
New Jersey Devils? Yeah, he won I think he won 6 Stanley Cups with the New Jersey Devils, man. He was incredible. Messier. Mark Messier.
Sure.
You could definitely have an argument for as well. So, yeah, that could be fun. Maybe someday it would be a fun extra video to have virtually to have a fan like set up a sports Trivial Pursuit thing. That would be kind of fun. And what's the other question? Game shows. Oh, I'm a big Jeopardy fan. I'm a massive Jeopardy fan. We the other day we were just so lazy on the couch on I think it was a Wednesday or Thursday evening, and we just put on Jeopardy on Netflix and just had the college edition, and just the episodes just kept starting as soon as one ended. So we were just like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours just watching Jeopardy back to back. And I was loving it. It's a great challenge between the two of us, seeing how many answers we can get. So
yeah, I've gone through a large Jeopardy phase in my life. Yeah. As a kid, it was Price is Right and Pressure Luck. I loved those as a kid.
Pressure Luck is good.
Yeah, I'll check in with Price is Right every once again, like find clips or something.
Yeah.
If I really want to, but I don't ever watch game shows much anymore.
Yeah.
But I would watch Jeopardy still. If it was on, like totally.
Yeah. Password. I like Password.
I vaguely remember Password.
Yeah. Or $25,000 or $64,000 Pyramid. I like
Pyramid.
That
I liked. That was fun.
Good.
What other ones? Like Newlywed Game was all right. Dating Game, I wasn't a big fan of. Studs.
Yes.
I watched that for whatever that summer that it was like really huge.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I never watched it again.
Studs.
They had a weird, what was that programming block? And there was another weird show right after that with a voiceover.
Was Cheaters on it? Was
Cheaters was another in that block of. It's like
mid-afternoon.
Well, it's like Fox's ugly cousin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fox was still the redheaded stepchild, and this was the people that were making programming to sell to Fox and anybody else, but Fox was their main taker.
Yeah, exactly.
ABC wouldn't touch them. CBS, ABC.
That's great, man. All right, you want to get our next one? Thank you, Lemke.
Yeah. Thank you, Lemke. The next one is from Nancy Mallory and says, "Hi, John and Matt. Recently, Paramount decided to pause Noah Hawley's Star Trek movie after former 20th Century Fox film executive Emma Watts became president of the Paramount Motion Picture Group. Does this mean that the Star Trek film franchise is officially done, or will it lead to a revamp of the franchise with a new vision and characters?" Nancy Mallory.
Well, look, the Star Trek franchise will never, ever be done.
Precisely.
They can make money off that Star Trek franchise till the day they're dead.
Yep.
Everyone's dead. I mean, the Earth is dead.
Wow, that's a long time, really.
I don't know, to be
it's
honest.
A long time.
There's supposed to be an asteroid coming near the Earth later on in 2020. I read.
Oh, it's going to pass by, but
wow, I don't know. I don't trust these scientists.
That's true. The people that spend their lives studying the minutia.
Yeah, I don't believe. You know, we only have we only study 2% of space. Come on.
Wow. I mean, there's limitations as to how much we can really explore.
That's what I'm getting
at. What do we really know? It's amazing we know as much as we do on some level.
That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair.
Yeah. When you hear how we deduce the calculations for simple things like the age of the universe itself, or how fast it's expanding, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, when it seems obvious, but you're like, wow, that's okay. So we figured that out. And then how do we move on to this? Holy shit. That's how we figured that out. Being able to postulate what a white dwarf star is really like.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Yeah. Bananas.
Which is what I believe our sun will turn into, which is a white dwarf. Anyway.
Okay.
Right. Well, it doesn't have enough mass to turn itself into a black hole. It's not large enough for that type of thing. So more than likely its mass is, then the other two most likely outcomes are either a white dwarf or a neutrino star. A neutrino is in between white dwarf and black hole in essence.
Okay.
So, but ours is probably only large enough to be a white dwarf, which is just, it'll collect down and it'll basically be a collection of electrons at that point.
Do you know when that's going to happen?
Fucking so far in the future that it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So
4 billion years.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time.
I mean, if my calculation's correct, I think it's 4 billion years.
But the sun will have eaten the Earth long before that happens, as it expands outward, and then it collapses down in upon itself. So the Earth will cease to exist at that point.
I have narrowed it down to September 21st.
Beautiful.
3,462. Anyway. Yeah, no, I don't think the franchise is done. I think it will lead to a revamp of the franchise. Yes, absolutely. It will lead to a revamp of the franchise completely from beginning to end. And
yes,
I think maybe they might give the old guys one more shot at finishing it off, but I really doubt it. You all right?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I need to go blow my nose again. The allergies.
Matt has the sinus stuff going on, so he is stepping out for just a second. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to explore in Star Trek. There's so much to go through, and I don't think we'll ever see the Tarantino movie. I mean, unless Warner Brothers steps in and takes over Star Trek, which Paramount's never going to allow. That would be a logical sense there. But yeah, I think they're just going to take a step back, kind of see what they want to do next, and then I kind of read the landscape and figure out where they're going to land. Because I mean, Star Wars just seems to never die, always finds a new way to revitalize itself. And certainly people want to see that. You saw with The Mandalorian, it kind of revitalized the interest in Star Wars all over again. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen with Star Trek for sure. So that's the way I look at things there with that. Maybe they'll bring Shatner off the shelf again one more time.
Yeah, I agree. They're never going to kill it. So it's just, it could be the end of Chris Pine and Quinto and Saldana, but we'll get another. I mean, Picard is evidence of this thing can still churn out, money.
Yeah, Picard and Discovery.
Yeah,
that's true. All right, we're at 25 minutes, man. You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Topic Thunder. We always appreciate you all supporting the top 10 with your patronage and with your likes and your sharing it on your social media and subscribing to our YouTube channel and subscribing to our Patreon feed. Our podcast feed. So thank you all so much for being a part of the top 10 brand.
Yes, sir. And if you want to join in on this show or anything else we're doing, Golden Ticket, Boss Hog, choosing a topic, anything else we do, head over to patreon.com/the top 10 with the number 10. You can see it on the screen now. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our channel over there and follow me anywhere at Matt Knost, MATTKNOST, for all the stuff I've got coming out. The Drop and Dime, Settle the Score. It's all coming. Hit me up there.
Right on. You can follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram, and go to my YouTube channel, please, youtube.com/John Rocha Says for all kinds of stuff there. All right, that's it for us here. Thank you all for watching us on Topic
Thunder.